blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night. We bring the vibes here. We full of life, you keep the change. Keep the change. They hate and say we went and changed. I stay the same. You must be blinded by the light.
All right, y'all, we're back. And we're back with the real truth, because these men were on here earlier just capping, and I'm tired of the lies. Why do men always lie to us? Like, I'm over it.
They lie because they were raised by shitty ass women. You know, we are mothers of boys. Me and you both have 2 boys. And I think that we're instilling, oh, you have a boy too? Okay. So we're instilling integrity, transparency, honesty into our sons. And the previous generation of mothers were just shitty. They did not raise their sons to be strong black men. So it's causing us to be strong black women, and that's why we rely on ourselves. So overall, I'm just blaming the shitty ass moms.
And then they don't teach, like, I feel like the generation of moms that raised our generation of men that we dating, they didn't allow their sons to be vulnerable. So they don't know how to express themselves in a manner that is, you know, causing them to be able to communicate effectively
and move with intent.
Like,
yeah.
And then it's like, you know, they were raised by fathers that told them, oh, you shouldn't cry, men don't cry. And then when they get older and they try to have successful relationships, they're not able to communicate their feelings effectively because they don't know how to be vulnerable, because them parents always tell them, boys don't cry, man up, suck it up. And that's not what I'm teaching my son, and I wouldn't want the mothers of our generation to teach their sons, because at the end of the day, you want to allow a man to be vulnerable. That's all women want, is for our men to be able to talk to us, communicate with us, be vulnerable with us.
Instead of that,
and there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable, but because they were raised this way, they think that it's them being a pussy or them being a bitch. Like, and that's not the case. We just want you to talk to us.
And communicate effectively instead of going to fuck monkey looking hoes, you know?
It's trauma.
Yeah.
Men deal with trauma differently. Like, we will maybe watch movies, talk to our friends. Men feel like they can't talk to one another. They gotta be a man. So to be a man to them is go find a new bitch. Go fuck a new chick. Instead of processing.
And they be raggedy bitches.
And then another problem is that the men of our generation don't know how to be friends with a woman without having to fuck her or want to fuck her.
Yeah, that's the word.
And that is a big problem, because why can't you have effective platonic relationships with women without having to have sex with them?
And disrespecting your bitch.
And disrespecting them.
Yes.
Like, I don't understand that.
The women don't care about
oh, it's some raggedy bitch. Ooh.
Yeah.
Because they mamas wasn't shit either.
I feel like, women blame for, you know, accepting that type of behavior from men, because they just giving their body to every man that smiles at them or puts a like on their picture. Like, it's disgusting, because it makes women like, you know, us who want, you know, that connection before sex look like we just out here like some raggedy ass hoes, and we not. Because at the end of the day, there are some women that are, you know, out here just going crazy, want to fuck everything that's walking.
Yeah,
then
like,
there are
for
some women who got shit going for themselves. They want to have, you know, effective, you know, relationships.
They don't want that, girl. They talk about hot
Some
girls. They
men
want the
do.
hot girls. They want the freak hoe. They want all of
Girl, no, they want the hot. You can jump in there. You can send them a meme and fuck them tonight.
And
they
then
want them
the rappers that they look up to all cuffed up.
in love.
true.
They all cuffed up and in love. Yes, they probably cheat on them, but they think that the shit that they rap about is cool to live in their lifestyle when they not even living that lifestyle.
Yep, that's
so
exactly
they
true.
looking up to lyrics that these rappers not even living in damn selves. It's just a never ending.
So yeah, they cheat. They ain't shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, where are the loyal ones at? I mean,
Girl, I told you, let's go to St. Regis Happy Hour and find us a loyal one. I told it. We just gotta go to St. Regis Happy Hour. We looking for, maybe we don't need black men, because we talking about black men. Maybe we need to go get us a man of another race.
Nah, I'm cool on that.
I'm open to that.
I'm sticking with my black man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna hold out hope for y'all. Like, I'm gonna hold out hope for my black man, because at the end of the day, if we not trying to, you know, protect them and be there for them, for the ones that deserve it, then who else is gonna do it? The white woman. But we get mad apparently when a white woman take one of our black men. So
I don't get mad about it.
I feel like we should still be trying to keep the black family together, because if we don't, then you gonna have all this.
The thing is, we can't want it more than the men. You know what I mean?
I get you, but it's I don't know. It's 50-50 for me. Like I just don't have that interracial urge. I don't have jungle fever.
When I say another race, I'm not necessarily talking about like a white man. You can go get you
a Latino.
Yeah, not Asian, but definitely like I'm not really attracted to them, but maybe like not even a Pakistan.
I mean,
Egypt.
I don't think it matters what race they are,
exactly.
Because all races, all men,
have their own
they
problems,
all cheat, they all have their own problems.
That's very true.
So it's not any one race that's gonna dog you out, because it's some white man out here that's dogging people out. It's some Cubans, some
accept
Latinos,
the family.
And they take care of everybody. They do, but they still out here doing the same shit that a black man is probably.
Maybe I should try me a Muslim.
My thing is this: maybe we gotta just stop and think and reflect and see what we could do.
I think that we just have to kind of, reflect. I you know what I think a problem is, because I'm gonna say this about myself, and I said this in another episode, that it's about the type of men that I attract. So Chris said, like, are you what you attract? And that might necessarily be true, because maybe I'm attracting the wrong type of man because of the way that I present myself. I don't know. But if I start, reflecting within myself inside, working on me inside, manifesting what I want, and writing down all the things that I want to achieve and all the goals that I want to have for myself, and what kind of man I want to be, the woman that I want to be for the type of man that I feel like I deserve, then I have to work on myself so that I can attract the type of man that is worthy of me.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask y'all this. Do you know what love is? Have you ever seen an example of real love, like
yes,
from growing up?
Of course. My godparents, they were together. They met in high school at 15, and they have been with each other ever since. They have 4 beautiful kids, never stepped out on each other. They both, been in church all their lives. Of course, every married couple have, but they have been best friends. They've been married, and they have this real, genuine love. And I grew up with them as an example, and I see what it was. And my godmother, she always told me, she was like, the one thing that kept, stability within our marriage was patience and communication, and forgiveness. Because sometimes they did argue over small things, but the biggest part about overcoming that was the communication that they had, the friendship that they had before, everything, and building off of that. So it's possible. Like, so you can find your soulmate. Like, it's not an impossible thing. I see people, in happy relationships all, everywhere.
I agree.
So it's somebody out there for everybody. I'm not giving up.
Yeah, we can't give up.
I'm not giving up.
We can't give up. I believe.
But I want to be. I don't want to be in a relationship where a man is cheating on me. I don't want to cheat on anybody. I want a family. I want the stability, the security, because the security is the biggest thing. If you in a relationship with us women, we need that security to feel like we are safe with you.
And I think I haven't came across that yet. I've never felt like super safe.
Like secure.
Yeah, because I'm very alpha, because I've been built that way. Like, that's what's been instilled in me. I'm the head of my household. I'm the mother. I'm the father. I'm all of these things, amongst other things.
Because you've had to be.
Because I've had to be, because men aren't men. You know what I mean? That's our reality. Men.
This is what I think. I kind of want to touch on this. I know we're all mothers here. I kind of wanted to speak to the people and let them know how it is dating from our side. Like, we commit a lot. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. There's so much for us as mothers to be giving our time to you, man. And y'all playing with us.
Yeah, like who I just broke up with, we just broke up. So he was saying, like, I was telling him prior to him, like, I never got a break. He's like, well, you can't say that. I don't believe that, because ever since we've been together, you get a break. I'm like, I'm paying top dollar.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm paying top dollar.
Babysitter.
Yes.
Paying for summer camp.
Maybe.
Like, come on now. Like,
I'm paying top dollar.
Dating right now is just like, you meet the guys. It's like, oh, you got a kid. Like,
don't sleep on us. We be doing a damn thing.
Like, you got a kid. Like, oh, okay. You got baby daddy drama. Like, why is that always the question?
True.
It's
That's
always
annoying.
the question. And then there's guys out there with, you know, kids, and then they don't want a woman that has kids. Like, nigga, you got kids. Like, how can you want a woman that doesn't have kids, but you have kids? That doesn't make sense to me. And then you got the guys out there that's just like, oh, they got kids, but they still want to play games. They want to treat you any kind of way, talk to you any kind of way. And then you got some that's showing you their representative, the person that they want you to think that they are, and then later on down the line, the other shoe fucking drops.
Right.
No,
That's absolutely true.
I agree. So, like, when do you feel like it's time for a man to meet your children? What time in a relationship?
Let me tell you, my older son, he 11, so he kind of met a few because I'm his mama and I was his mama and his dad, even though he has a very successful father. I was his mama and his daddy, so, but sometimes, hey, Cameron, I'm finna go out to eat. You wanna go?
Your son's name is Cameron?
Yes.
That's my son's name.
I like Cam, you know, you wanna go? I'm finna go eat. You wanna go eat? So I might have been broke that week and then he had to come along. So, you know, that, I feel like even if I do date a guy and we don't even work, if I felt comfortable enough to have them in my space, they're still my friends. And even if we stop talking, like, they're still my friends later. So they still might come around, but I don't fuck with them like that.
Right.
So there's no time difference for me.
I kind of like don't agree with that because if I stop, like, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so I'll tell you about this. I had a best friend. We was best friends for about a year, 15. It was a platonic, completely friendship. And then, you know, one day he just like was like, you know, I'm tired of just being friends with you. Like, I really want to pursue things with you. So I kept telling him no. And then finally I like gave it, like, he came to my job one day. He brought me like flowers and lunch one day because he had been asking me for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, like, to let him date, like, to date me. And I kept telling him no. So then one day he came to my job. He brought me flowers and food because I had like an 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. shift. So after that, I was just like, I gave in. So then, like, he had, you know, he was my best friend. So he had been around my son already, and he had a daughter. And so, you know, I didn't know the situation with his baby mama was as toxic as it was because she had been trying to get him back, but he wasn't taking any of her advances. So after maybe 3 months of dating, you know, his daughter, my son playing together, we at his house. I know his mom, I know his dad, you know, everybody, and we all meshing well. We just blended, you know. And one day, I leave his house at the middle of the night, and he goes to his baby mama house and cheats on me. And I'm like, nigga, you back to be with me. Like, we could have just stayed friends. Now you done ruined our friendship and this relationship because I can't take you back after this. Like, you literally went out of your way to go and cheat on me.
How old was the kid?
My son was...
No, his kid with the baby mama.
His kid, she was like 3.
Yeah, See, as
but my son was 2.
Oh.
So our kids were around the same age. That's what I'm saying. Like, but she was in a relationship with a whole nother nigga. She was just trying to sabotage what me and him had going on because she didn't want him, but she didn't want him to be with anybody else. And she hated me, and she had no reason to because I did not know this girl.
See, I would not date anyone with a child that is very small because you know how it is as women. We want our family. We want our family together. So in the beginning years,
I'm different with that.
The first few years, kind of.
I'm different with that because True is 2, about to be 2, and if his daddy said, "Hey, you know, let's get back together," but I'm with, you know, who I was with, I would be like, please.
But that's different. You were in a relationship. Like, if it, like, I don't know.
Even if I wasn't in a relationship, I do not want him back. And my baby ain't even 3. No.
But I'm saying for the men, I could not date a man who has a small child because the baby mother. I'm not saying, I don't know what's going on. The baby mom, most times, she wants her family. She don't want you near the son. She started problems. She want to drop him off the day.
Girl, take my advice. They start problems. The baby mama start problems when the child is 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's a fact.
Because I'm not that baby mom.
But I'm not that baby mom.
I don't care.
She started problems when the baby was still 3. She showed up at the house while I was there with the baby in her arms. She used their daughter to get in the door and to get in the door because, you know, she knew he wasn't gonna slam the door in her face with she holding the baby. So then she came in, she showed me proof and everything, like a video, and he's sitting there lying to my face across the couch like, oh, that's an old video. It has, you know, iPhones have the date and the time stamp. I can literally see it, and you're sitting here telling me that it's all lies, that it's an old video. And then I was just like over it. And girl, guess what he did?
What he do?
Maybe 2 months after that, he got into another relationship. 8 months after that, he married the other girl.
Whoa.
And his baby mama is married to some of the nigga that she was in a relationship.
Wow.
Ain't that some crazy shit?
It's crazy. Guys move on quick. I'm gonna hold you.
He married this next girl after 8 months.
Well, you know what? You're free. You're escaped. We got some single ladies on the couch, fellas.
At Mocha Denise.
Hit us up. Okay, what's your ID?
Courtney Lynn Experience. I'm not a vibe. I'm an experience.
Ooh.
You heard that. When I was living single in Atlanta, ladies edition. See y'all soon.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, don't forget to follow us. All the information is below. Living Single Atlanta on all social media platforms. See you soon on the next episode.